If you want to make a small fortune in wine, start with a large one. This is a phrase frequently used in the wine industry where producing wine is anything but cheap. When it comes to fine wine production, every aspect can add to the cost, from the price of land and labour, all the way to the oak barrels the wine is stored in. Even climate can drastically impact production costs. Diego met with Fabrice Rosset, the president of prestigious Champagne Deutz, to discuss the huge cost of quality land in the region of Champagne.
An hectare of land, premium grapes, premium terroir, is 1.8 million euros. And believe me, the return on investment is very low.
Fabrice, why the price of the land in Champagne is so expensive?
The basic thing is obviously it's a law of offer and demand. The Champagne area is limited to 35,000 hectares. So, voila.
If I want to invest in Champagne, what top tip can you give me?
There is a prerequisite on this. Are you passionate about wine?
Now, yes.
You are. If you are passionate, it means you are slightly crazy, right? I believe this is a fundamental thing for investing in Champagne. The only thing is you might be having a hard time finding vineyards, actually. There are very few transactions, very few newcomers.
It's a similar story in the finest vineyards of France, from Burgundy to Bordeaux. There's a limited supply of these prestigious sites and plenty of buyers willing to open their wallets. Cheba discussed this with the managing director of Roi Moissonnier, Bernard Ruppel.
How much does the land cost here?
The land costs a lot because we have a system of appellation contrôlée system. To give you an example, Le Montrachet, which is the famous Grand Cru white, only 8 hectares. So we can't produce more. So as there are more and more people who are interested in luxury, especially I'm thinking of the Chinese market, and so the prices of the wine have been increasing. So then the price of the land has followed to the point that Montrachet, Le Grand Cru, probably be around 50 million euros for 1 hectare. So that's the price of luxury.
It's no coincidence that many high-profile winery acquisitions are made by super-rich individuals or luxury brands. For example, California's Screaming Eagle, the Croix Canon in Bordeaux, and Bonneau de Martre in Burgundy. But it's not just the cost of the land. In Champagne, for example, there are around 10,000 vines per hectare of land. Slung low to the ground, each vine has to be lovingly tended throughout each season by a dedicated team. And at harvest time, more workers are required to hand-pick the grapes, and that's all before the grapes even reach the winery. Once there, the wine has to be fermented in oak barrels or stainless steel tanks, and to make it sparkling, most will spend years in the bottle developing bubbles and unique characteristics. Even the cost of a single barrel used for fermenting wine is expensive. The type of wood, where it comes from, and how sustainable it is all matter. The best wines are kept in barrels that are handmade by coopers using traditional methods. And when you need to buy hundreds of those barrels that can only be used a few times, it can really add up.
So I'm seeing all these barrels. Are they more expensive to make than stainless steel vats?
Yeah. It's very expensive. It's handmade. It's very small, only 228 liters for Burgundy barrels. And it's very expensive to make barrels, compare vats. The price for 1 barrel is approximately 600 euro now, and the price doubled in 20 years.
Wow.
And barrels need a lot of work during the season. 1 tank is easy compare barrels during the year.
Different styles of wine can also affect production costs, as Stephanie found out when she spoke to Sauternes producer Eileen Bally.
In our region, we're making about 1 glass of wine per vine. Relatively speaking, if you're taking a red producer of the same quality, you're making an entire bottle.
It's a lot of work for a glass of wine.
It's passion, it's devotion, it's a lot of hard work all year long to ensure that the fruit is healthy at the time of harvest.
Extreme weather can also dramatically impact the price of wine production. In recent years, nature has not been on the growers' side in the classic regions of France. In Champagne and Burgundy, vineyards have been devastated by spring frosts and hailstorms, with summers becoming hotter and drier due to climate change. So many factors influencing the potential return on investment. Grape growing and wine production definitely isn't for the faint-hearted.